welcome to the 215th episode of Maryland's Missing and the Murdered. Maryland's Missing and the Murdered is a weekly YouTube channel that covers the topic of missing and or murdered individuals from the state of Maryland. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe and click the bell so you'll be notified when the next cases are released. Hezekiah Pettiford was a 15-year-old who was a high-functioning autistic and had ADHD. He was being raised by his grandmother until October 17, 2019, when she had passed away. And Hezekiah went to live with his aunt, Stephanie Cologne, and her husband, Dion Ball. Hezekiah went for a wellness visit at the pediatrician in January 2020, and no concerns were noted. On January 26, 2021, Baltimore City Police were called for a report of a non-breathing child. Paramedics rushed Hezekiah to Johns Hopkins Hospital, while police questioned Stephanie and Dion about the circumstances of the emergency. They stated that the evening prior, Hezekiah refused to go to sleep and threw himself on the floor, bumping his head. He allegedly then fell asleep. However, Stephanie did not call 911 until 4 p.m. when she could not wake him. At the hospital, doctors found brain damage to the point where Hezekiah's organs were shutting down. Also, injuries were found from head to toe, some being fresh, some being in a healing state, and some being scars. On January 28, 2021, Hezekiah was brain dead and taken off life support. Hezekiah's body was then sent to the medical examiner's office for autopsy. On March 17, 2021, the medical examiner stated that Hezekiah was 5 foot 3 inches and weighed 75 pounds, showing evidence of malnutrition. They ruled his death as blunt force trauma, secondary to, quote, signs of old and new injuries consistent with chronic child abuse, end quote. On September 10, 2021, Stephanie Cologne and Dion Ball were arrested after being charged for murder and manslaughter on August 30th. Relatives told police that they had refused to allow them to see Hezekiah. During the trial in March 2023, prosecutors revealed that during jail phone calls, Stephanie Cologne admitted to family that Dion Ball had beat Hezekiah and she had witnessed him stomping on Hezekiah's head, then picking him up, shaking him, and throwing him to the floor. After seeing this, she admitted that she had just went to bed. On March 27, 2023, Stephanie Cologne pled guilty to neglect of a minor and first-degree child abuse. She was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Dion Ball pled guilty on October 10, 2023, to first-degree murder and first-degree child abuse. He was sentenced to life. Unfortunately, I could not find any pictures of Hezekiah on the internet. Thank you for joining me this week. If there's a Maryland's Missing or Murdered case you'd like to see on this channel, email me at marylandsmissing@gmail.com. Twitter is Maryland's M&M. Music is by Silent Vengeance. Sources will be listed in the outro. I'll see you again next week. Be kind to one another. You never know what will happen tomorrow.